Live League Game of the Day. Humble Roger Jr. versus bored5555. Jake versus Jake.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Semi original guy, aka Mr. Cannon from Events Was by Web, bringing you another lively game of the day. Today we are on Bonesaw is Ready.
Take the chain off!
Hey, Freak Joe! You're going nowhere! I got you for 3 minutes! 3 minutes of lead time!
Bonesaw is Ready. It's actually a Spider-Man reference, I believe. Bonesaw was Macho Man Randy Savage's character in that film, and his name was Bonesaw. So a little throwback to the Tobey Maguire era Spider-Man right there. Probably my favorite Spider-Man. I'm a big Tobey Maguire fan when it comes to the franchise. Haven't watched that new one with him in it though. What is it called? No Way Home? No. Spider-Verse? No. Whatever it's called. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyways, aside from that, folks, we have a match here in the Live League. Humble Roger Jr. versus bored5555. Bonesaw is ready. This is a base light matchup with airport and comm tower support. 2 comm towers per player on this map, folks. You got comm towers in the corner. You got comm towers somewhere else. Where were they? Right there on the black boats, folks. Now, black boats play a pretty big role in this, so you can definitely get a lot of mobility from your infantry with those black boats, so they can definitely play a huge factor in getting a lot of properties really early in this matchup. But essentially, you know what? We're not even really going to go over like contested properties in this, There's lots of contested properties. I would say the center is mildly contested. These two are mildly contested. The corners are kind of contested. These guys are kind of contested. Basically, just everything in the center of the map is more or less contested. But the interesting thing about this map is we do have pre-deployed airports, which you can use right away to get those air units on the field. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and see what went down in the Live League today. Alrighty, folks, on the first few days, you all know the deal. It is the standard infantry builds because you got to get the infantry on the field. #1 priority in Advances by Web, folks. Oh, okay, so Bored already making a little bit of a tactical error here, folks. Forgot to build out of his first base. Oh, we're already we're already starting with a little bit of a deficit here, folks. Interesting. Definitely got to be checking that. Although I also really do like having the black boat move right away. I mean, the comm tower is not overly important to keep. You want to get the black boat over here so you can start funneling infantry as quickly as you can. So that's one thing for sure. All right, Humble Roger Jr. definitely doing the correct thing with that black boat, getting the boosty so that you can automatically jump to the center property. Super contested, folks. All right, bored5555 coming in with the double infantry build, capping one of the neutral properties. Should have an extra infantry here, though, but we'll see how this goes, folks. I mean, you can make a little bit of an error and still come out on top. It really just depends on how tactical you want to get. I think I was actually playing a Live League game recently where I just completely forgot to build units on one of my turns. Yep. Ended up losing that match, unfortunately, but I feel like, if I had not blundered so badly, probably could have actually maybe done something, but, sometimes it is what it is, folks, in Live League. Things happen, but you just gotta go with it, adapt, and keep on keeping on, folks. Battlecopter by over here from bored5555. So very nice. I mean, the one saving grace is he will have at least 1,000 extra funds to work with, so maybe that'll help him out with getting like an early tank or something at some point. But Humble Roger Jr. busting out the anti-air in response to that battlecopter. Very good buy indeed. Can't be letting the battlecopter run free on this map. It is very Very strong. The battlecopters are incredibly strong in this map. Second battlecopter. Okay, definitely got to be busting out a tank now next turn in order to ward off the anti-air. Otherwise, the anti-air is just going to be able to run circles around you. And in addition to that, if Humble Roger really wants to, you could just bust out an anti-air out of the southern property and completely shut down the battlecopter traffic that is going on. And we can see right there. There it is, folks. It has been busted out. Is that safe? Yeah, that's safe. Okay. A little bit of a risky position because if this guy decides to just sit like, I don't know, maybe on the port or something, might expose some of these infantry, or this guy might not be able to come over here and attack. It would probably have to go down south, and if it goes down south, if you're sitting here, you might be able to get an attack off. Really just depends on where he goes with it. Alright, so board capping one of the laboratories right now. Now this is a double laboratory matchup, so you do have to capture both labs in order to get the official win through capture right there, folks. But Humble Roger, alright, see, that's what I'm talking about, folks. Just move the anti-air right there. It's perfect position. It's going to force both of those battlecopters to just like not be able to do anything over here. Now, depending on what happens here, if Humble Roger busts out another anti-air, these guys are completely screwed. They are completely screwed. They're not going to be able to go anywhere at that point. They can run away, but it's going to be pretty hard to run away from this guy right here. This guy right here, he's going to be causing some problems, that is for sure. But if he busts out a tank, there is the potential for a double strike on the tank and just completely obliterating anything that comes out of this. So anything that comes out of this base that's not an anti-air will probably get destroyed by the battlecopters. So let's see what Humble Roger does here. Is he going to identify the threat of those battlecopters, or is he going to bust out something else? Ooh, he's not going to be able to bust out the unit. Okay, interesting. So this would be diving really, really deep into enemy territory, folks, but he could eliminate this infantry right off the get-go here. Oh, but if Humble Roger then busts out an anti-air and brings an anti-air like over to this position or something and walls off with the infantry, those battlecopters are doomed. Alright, he's going for that attack right there. So if infantry goes here, this guy goes over here, and then you bust out a anti-air, you're probably going to be getting at least one of those battlecopters, if not both of them. So let's see what happens with that one. Down on the south, though, I mean, we got a couple interrupts here. Got a full KO on that unit right there, capping the comm tower, so very nice. Full KO there, bringing the tank up. Now, what is the... Oh, yeah, so these guys are very defensive right now, so this tank's not going to be able to go up and get an attack on here. It's better off probably just leaving this property here and just going over here and bringing the fight over to this side right now. Could easily eliminate almost all these infantry, grab the comm tower, and then grab the property afterwards. Have a pretty good time. Cap this comm tower right here. I'm very curious to see what Humble Roger's move is going to be here, actually. So let's check it out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so he can't attack that one, so that's fine. Brings tank right there. That's fine. Yeah, that's a nice spot for it. Attack the infantry. Oh, goes for the infantry clear on the comm tower. Goes to cap the comm tower. I think he definitely could have trapped these guys in here with a different move, but going for the comm tower is okay. There's no defense over here against the tank, though, so that's going to be an easy interrupt by the tank. But these battlecopters aren't really going to be able to do too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Ooh. Does that hit right there? That hits right there. Ooh, curious. Curious little attacks right here. You know what? We're not going to bother with that. Alright. One of these battlecopters is doomed. I don't really see a world where it survives. Yeah, because this, he can reach right there, so that guy's gone. He's gone, sadly. Going up for that attack. Not necessarily worth it in the end, unfortunately. Alright, gets the other battlecopter away though. Go up and snipe that infantry. Yeah, there we go. Alright, another tank. Alright, so we lose the copter, but maybe it's just for charge, folks. Sometimes we lose units. You know, it can just be for charge. Oh, you hate to see it. Now, I was thinking that maybe the battlecopter would be able to get down here, but the problem, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The only place that the battlecopter would be able to go, where it would be completely safe, would be onto this tile, where that exposes it to an attack there. It could go right here, but it would be exposed. The infantry would be exposed to a double hit from these two infantry, guaranteeing a KO there, still allowing the anti-air to get through an attack. At least saving grace in this situation is the anti-air is way up here now, and it's far away from the battle for at least a turn. So for at least one turn, you don't have to deal with one of the anti-airs. Capture on the laboratory is over. That guy's not going to be captured. And then Humble Roger Jr. busts out several more units, including 2 tanks here, folks. 2 more tanks on the field. Going for a flip of a property. Is that exposed? It's not exposed. Okay, that guy's fine. That's a great find. Great find for a great attack. Doesn't get the clear, but does pretty good damage. I don't really like... oh, no, that's fine. Okay. First glance, I thought maybe it was in range for this guy, but it's not, so that's cool. I like it. Keep it out of harm's way. Oh, man. You know, I was just thinking to myself, imagine if Board was playing with the black boat up here. Black boat play up here would have probably made it so the battlecopter could get away. Could have been interesting, folks. Humble Roger going for the interrupt, going for a tank hit, grabbing the property in the center of the map. It is actually slightly behind in unit count right now. Or not unit count, but properties by 1k. Humble Roger has acquired the comm tower. Alright. Both players now have 2 comm towers on this map, so Jake will have 130% firepower on planes. I don't really agree with this kind of an attack right here. So Board going in with the anti-air to attack an infantry. Going in with the copter right afterwards. So I mean the copter strike and yeah. Alright, so this is mostly the issue with this attack that I see. So we go in and we attack an infantry and we attack a copter, but the problem with this is copter survives. 3 HP. 3 HP copter is still incredibly annoying and can still be effective in like getting interrupts on infantry and blah 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 blah. Maybe even clearing the unit here. But now the only thing that this is really going to accomplish is you destroy an infantry, you injure a copter, then you lose an anti-air, and you lose a copter, and you lose this front because you brought these 2 tanks over here. So this is fine. I mean, the tanks up here attacking up here is pretty okay. But you don't really have anything to fight over right here because you have no reinforcements, so there's not really any reason to go down here and attack. Bringing these guys up here and meeting this army head on and winning this fight could be way more better for you in like the long run than just throwing away 2 units here, especially on base light. I mean, you really don't want to be throwing away units on base light. It's not really like the best thing, but let's see how the rest of this turn plays out here. So Humble Roger gets a cap, loses the anti-air. Doesn't go for the clear on the anti-air though. So going for the heals is okay. I would probably just like to see the clear on this though. But securing health for your army is never really necessarily a bad idea. Alright, so we've got the Block Rock. Super co-power over here for bored5555. What did we manage to get accomplished with this? We managed to snipe out an infantry. Snipe out another infantry. Get to defensive terrain. Snipe out an infantry. Attack with a battlecopter. Gonna get a hit on the anti-air, which is pretty big. And should get another clear on this tank right here. That should be enough firepower to get it done. Nice. Not too shabby. It's not too shabby at all. So this is a pretty okay attack up north. I don't think it's necessarily like a game-ending push or anything, but it's definitely a very, very good push. Now, Humble Roger should be able to fire back here with a co-power of his own. The question is whether or not he's got enough firepower to clear this. Now, in this sort of a situation, I would probably go in for some sacks. I think we got like a sack situation here, folks. So we have an infantry right here. So the infantry, if we move it onto the forest here, we're going to do 4 to 12% damage against this tank here. Let's say we got the Super Co power up. We're still doing like 5 to 12%, so let's be generous and say that we take the tank down to 4. Alright, from there we have a 6 HP tank and we'd be attacking from a forest. Right, so we're doing 32 to 36% damage right here, which may or may not clear. It probably would not clear, because I'm going to assume that we're going to be lower on the end damage. But what we could also do in this situation is we could use the anti-air. So we bring the anti-air down here, we attack the 4 HP, we're going to get counter-attacked by 33 to 36% damage. That'll guarantee the clear on this anti-air, and that'll also maybe potentially take this down to 3. It probably won't. It'll probably stay at 4. But it could go down to 3. But at that point, if we go in with the tank then, we should have enough chip damage to take it out. Now, if we do manage to take it out using an attack like that, we free up the base in that situation to be able to build something. So we can at least build another tank in that situation. And if we get another tank on the field, it might be pretty good. You know, I think it might be fine. There would be a double attack right here. So maybe it might fall anyways. This base could actually potentially fall. So we're going to have to be very careful. And with only 11k funds, this is a very tricky situation. Very tricky situation. Because you don't really want to block your own base. You're going to need your base. That's for sure. And board is now actually blocked in this black bow, so it's not going to be able to get over here and help out either. Ooh, this is such a tricky situation, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, also, this is just enough movement to get over here without the co-power. So, I don't know. Whether or not it's the best move or not, I would probably full sack and eliminate this, and then maybe use the 6 HP infantry over here to block. And then just build the biggest thing that I can build. Actually, you know what? Oh, you know, it might not be the best thing. But there's money down here, folks. There's money. There's 2 tank joins that we can do. So we could get potentially another 7k. Just shy of 7k. So if we get just shy of 7k on top of this 11k, then we're over the 16k threshold. You know what we can buy? If this move works at that point, then you could buy the classiest unit in Advanced Wars by Web and make sure that you do not lose that base. Boom. That's what I would do. I would go for the luck rolls, and then I would build the classiest unit in advancements by web. Oh, I think he's gonna go for it. Is he gonna go for it? Oh yes, come on. Ooh, is it enough? Should have sacked it. Should have sacked the 2 HP anti-air. What is he doing? Ah! Unfortunate. Oh no, you don't want to do that. Should have joined the tanks. Should have joined the tanks together. Oh well, okay. So, this might not be too bad. Humble Roger's got tanks coming up here now. So, it's a lot of danger. A lot of danger potential over here. Gets the clear. Gets the attack. Doesn't have enough to infiltrate farther though, but now like the infiltration is done here, folks. And unfortunately, Humble Roger is actually, he has his units on the cities again. They are going to be sapping more funds. He's not going to have enough funds to build something really, really big. Unless he just joins them together. If he joins them together, he can build the classiest unit in advancements by web. Now, for those of you that don't know, whenever you join 2 units together that are the same, obviously, and their health goes above the threshold 10, whatever is left over after that, you get back as funds. Okay, so simplest terms, you have a 5 HP infantry and you join it with a full HP infantry. 5 health infantry is worth $500. You join it with a full one, you get that $500 towards your total income as instant cash. That's the way it works. And he buys the classiest unit in advances by web because he joined the units. Did he? Yeah, he did. That's what I'm talking about. So look at this. 15,500 funds. Boom, 19,000 funds. Classiest unit in advances by web. Here to save the flippin' day, folks. Here to save the day. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so board 5555. Definitely could use some artillery. Like, artillery would actually be pretty good on this map to an extent. If you can get them into position, you could get a lot of stuff done with them. Going in for the attacks with the battle copters, not too shabby. Going in for another cap. Just full attack in this base right now, folks. Classiest unit in advancements by web has got some work cut out for him, but Copter manages to find a way through and gets the attack here. Now, this attack could have actually been prevented if the black boat was right here, because then you would only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The only place where this would be able to go would be attack the tank. That's really the only attack that it could have did. So doing that would have actually prevented quite a bit of damage here. But unfortunately, for board 5555, the classiest unit in advances by web has escaped from prison and will now probably be joined by an anti-air. Joined by a tank. Well, we have an anti-air in the vicinity already, so I guess you don't need it. But you know, I'm a big fan of anti-airs, folks. But board has also busted out the classiest unit in advances by web. So we'll see if that classy medium tank, a second classy medium tank. Interesting, folks. We got 2 of them on the field now. Now there's 3 of them on the field. This is getting to be one classy battle, folks. On day 16, an interrupt has occurred of the comm tower. Trying to snipe that comm tower, Mr. Board 5555, unsuccessful, and has now been infiltrated by Humble Roger Jr., doing pretty massive damage to his forces. Now, Board, once again, does have a super co-power, so could pop that super co-power, could do some minor damage over here. I wouldn't really suggest popping the co-power right now. There's not really enough attacks that you can get with it to make it super effective. So, best thing that he could probably do at this moment would be use this artillery, eliminate this infantry, cap this, join, and then get the comm tower later. Maybe go and try to cap this this property with the mech, interrupt the cap right here, bring this guy over here, destroy this, and then wait. Hold on to the co-power at this point, because there's not really any point to using it, because you're not really going to get a whole lot of value out of it. So hopefully he doesn't pop it for whatever willy-nilly reason. Doesn't look like he's going to do it. Okay, very nice. This is what I like to see, folks. This is a good plan, although I would just clear the infantry. Just clear it and get it out. There's not really anywhere else for this medium tank to go, so just clear the infantry at that point and then just send it somewhere else afterwards. Because really all this is doing is it's just choking up another unit for another turn here. Whereas if you just destroy them, if in the event you even pump your super co-power next turn, I mean, you're going to get that movement bonus anyway, so just destroy it and just be done with it. Okay, so let's see. You get a refuel on the anti-air. Interrupt. How much money does Humble Roger Jr. have? Oh, he's got 25,600 funds. Oh, I swear to God. Swear to God. He better not do it. See, this is why I love the Advanced Wars community. You know? I feel like I have spread at least some minor influence in Advanced Wars by Web and have caused people to build less Neo-Tanks. Not everybody is going to build less Neo-Tanks. There's still going to be lots of people out there building Neo-Tanks. And like I said, if you're going to build Neo-Tanks, it is fine. Just invest in soap, because it smells so bad. You're going to need it. But a lot more games, a lot more people I am seeing are busting out bombers and classy medium tanks. And they're calling it like they see it, folks. Calling it classy. I love to see it, folks. Thank you all for being classy individuals. Classy Boy of the Sky has now entered the fray, folks. Let's see what it manages to do. Giving up your big terrain here, though, I think is a kind of a mistake. I mean, medium tank just sitting on that property is probably the best spot for it. This is really just allowing this medium tank to move right here. Now, it could potentially be bait, you know, but I would fear like a one-shot potential. I don't know if it's a one-shot potential, but it could be. Let's say that we are at full HP and we're attacking this infantry and we got a super. See, the problem is now this medium tank with a super from Jake will destroy this. That'll allow for a tank to move in. It'll allow for a tank to move in over here. Even worst case scenarios, if he pops the super, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you get classy on classy violence over here, folks. And like a planes boosted medium tank on medium tank attack, that's going to do 79 to 87% damage. That is a hefty attack. And then it's going to be backed up by a bomber. Oh my god. Stay on the defensive terrain. Busting out an anti-air. I think Humble Roger Jr. is going to go in for an attack here. I think he's got at least one minor attack that he can do to get a co-power. Like, without a doubt. Without a doubt. There's something he can do. How much does he need? It's like less than 1,000. Yeah, we can figure out how to do less than 1,000. I mean, attack the black boat and you probably have co-power right there. But attacking some infantry too. Attacking that infantry, going in for an attack, okay. If we attack this infantry, could actually open it up so you get an attack here. I guess this attack right here is pretty good too. Yeah, you know what? Attacking this infantry is fine. That opens it up. You get to attack the fresh anti-air and you attack the classic human Advanced Wars by Web. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a big hit. It's gonna be a big hit, folks. You gotta sit back and watch this one because it is gonna be big. Look at this. Oh, the terror, the sheer, unimaginable terror. What a massive hit. Now it is gonna be hit by an artillery, but that's such a minor hit. It's such a minor hit when you got a flippin' classy boy of the sky coming in, folks. So board pops the super, attacks the classy boy, and gets a trade. 1-1 is what we're sitting at now. No way to clear the what do you call it? You know, the tank. So gotta think of something. What are we gonna build though? That's the question. We joined, and now we have 24,000 funds. He builds another classy medium tank. Alright. That's okay. That is okay. Not too bad. Now, unfortunately, this is gonna get flippin' smacked. This is gonna get smacked so hard, and it's gonna be bad. Because there's an easy hit on this infantry, folks. This guy and this guy should be able to clear the anti-air. And even if the roll is really low with the 9 HP, you just retreat the 9 HP and you go in with the attack on both of these guys and you clear it. Then once that's cleared, boom, you got an attack there. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, as they say, folks. Putting some pressure on the base down south, though. So if Humble Roger Jr. is not careful... Alright, so he gets the clear. Oh, this could be it, folks. This could be it. Oh, and he doesn't even attack the classiest unit in advances by web. He's going for the lab. He's going for the lab. The finisher right here, folks. Does he have enough? I think he does. I don't like that's capped. Those are capped. I think he's still got his lab somewhere. Like, where's his equivalent lab? Oh yeah, it's right there. So the equivalent labs are right there. Looks like that's game, folks. That is game, but classy medium tank, one last time, goes in for an attack, eliminating a tank, builds a lander and a missile, and ends his turn like a gentleman, allowing Humble Roger Jr. to get the capture and take the win. And a very respectable capture, actually, just capping it right away and just ending the game. Some people like to go in and do their attacks. Me, personally, I like to go in and do my attacks because I think it's just fun to click units around and do stuff with them. But very respectful knockout right there. What a wonderful game between these two. I really wonder, though, because I think Board had some really good ideas when it came to that base attack, but just didn't really execute it as well as it could have been executed. But definitely some potential there, folks. So I enjoyed watching that game for sure. I just really wonder what would have happened if he built that first infantry. What would have happened, folks? I don't know. It would have been interesting, though. Hopefully you all enjoyed that one from home. If you did, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye for now.